What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. Hello. Bum, bum, bum. It is day 5. This video is day 5 of Vlogtober. Vlogtober. Yes, day 5 of Vlogtober. Okay, whatever. So, yesterday I posted a video. I'm tired. It's really late, but I just needed to record this. So, yesterday I posted a video, and it was called Pillow Talk. And today I wanted to continue with it, and I find that my fever for it, my fire is not the same. I am not as excited today to talk about what the person in my comments said yesterday. But that is kind of how I am. So, I'm still going to try to talk about it because that's also the whole point of this Vlogtober for me, is to learn how to do things even when I don't feel like it. Even when I don't want to. So, essentially what happened was somebody, and I guess the reason why it really spoke to me was because it was actually a Belizean person, but it was a Belizean person who lives in America. And so they left a comment telling me that I needed to entitle my video African American Living Abroad. And I understood where they were coming from. And so even I asked them, like, my response to that was, well, they said it would make my video more like authentic. And so my response to them was like, well, why would that title and that description be more authentic for me? And so then they proceeded to tell me, as we exchanged in conversation in the comments, they proceeded to tell me that essentially I needed to be called African American because there are already blacks and there are already black people that live in Belize, and that I basically need to honor their identity and not try to tell them who to be by coming here and claiming an identity that already exists here. And so they also proceeded to tell me that I come from Africans who were taken to America, who were captives. I come from captives and slaves who were taken to America, and all I have left of my culture and my connection is the African drum, and that's all I have left is my little tie to the African drum. It was a lot, child. It was a lot. And I was responding, and then something in me was just like, just stop, bro. Just start responding. Because the interesting thing about what they were saying, and I came to Belize understanding the cultural dynamics of Belize, having researched, having spoken to people, having read, like, I don't have to tell you all the things I did to get an understanding. And also, just because I do have an experience as a black person coming from America, but not just a black person coming from America. Like, I am a legit, like, child of the hood. Like, not like the way you hear these soft rappers and these, like, young people who buy into hip-hop and buy into culture. Like, the way you hear them talk about hood. But I, like, come from the legit hood. Like, raised in the 90s in the actual housing project. Like, raised in the 90s in the actual housing project. I repeated that like I might cut that, but I might not cut it. You just might hear me stutter. Because that's what normal people do. Normal people stutter, okay? Normal people don't have to edit themselves in videos because people don't have the attention span to get through somebody being imperfect, okay? Get over yourself. But what I'm saying is, like, my actual story is even a story that is not common amongst black people. Not every black person you see in America has a connection to the hood, to the ghetto. So, just my perspective in general, coming to Belize was already one of a person who's like, I am coming here to breathe. I am coming here to expand. I am coming here to see the world and to learn about other people and to learn about myself. But to learn about myself through like sitting with myself, not through having to go and like partake in something that doesn't belong to me or become something that I'm not. Which I know that's like foreign for most people because most people like to become things that they aren't just to be known, just to be seen. I feel like in America I have to be black. And if not black, I have to be African American. But neither of those are completely my truth. Like, black people who live outside of America don't think that black people in America's problems are the same. Don't think that black people in America have problems. Don't think that they should even always care. Like, people look at us like we're some just spoiled whatever that they just have to, like, that they can deal with when it comes to, like, whatever. People act like our problems aren't their problem, but at the same token, when you go everywhere and you hear everybody talk about negativity or hear people talk about corruption or things being wrong in the world, everybody points the fingers back to America. Like, America is essentially everybody's problem. America, the way America exists, the way America came to shape, the way America has taken up space in the world has become everybody's problem. It's like America is the world's scapegoat in a lot of ways, you know. It just is what it is. And because I'm a black American, because that's what I call myself, which not really, I call myself Afro-Indigenous, or I just honestly call myself my name. Like, I have my name. People tell me where I'm from, I say from my mother, because that's where I'm from, my mother, okay? That's where I came from. It's the first place I ever lived that I remember. But I feel like as being a black American, I become the person who carries the burden of America being the scapegoat. Like, black people carry that burden. And that's something you could believe or not. That's something you can like agree with or disagree. But I'm no longer debating my truth. Like, I'm no longer debating my perspective. To me, that's one of the things that the world has made kind of a curse about being black from North America. Is that my identity is always based upon who's looking me in the eye and not based upon my own experience and truth. And I don't know. I feel like people all over the world feel inclined and have no problem trying to convince a black American of their own history, of their own lineage, of their own identity. Like, a stranger will look me in the eye and try to talk me out of my own grandmother's truth. Like, try to talk me out of my own truth, try to talk me out of my own story, out of my own narrative. Because I'm black. Because being black means to you I have no identity. Because being black to you means I have no tie to anything. Because being black to you means void, empty, ghetto. All the things that you don't want to face in the world. All the things that you don't want to face in yourself. Probably in your own history and culture. Especially for my black cousins across the diaspora. For all the other melanated folks, brown, whatever you want to call yourself. Just because I am the darker one, like, and obviously when I'm speaking in a generalized fashion in some senses, so leave your comments, say what you wanna say what you wanna say. But like I was saying, a stranger will literally try to talk me out of my own truth before accepting me, you know, especially accepting me to be anything outside of what blackness and muddled perspectives. I don't know what to call it. I don't know what to call it. I don't know what to call it. People only want to see me. That's the only way they want to see. That's the only way they want to see. I feel like America made identity a weapon and made black people the trigger. And if we're okay with that, we're judged. If we try to rebel against that, we're judged. Like, if we try to change that, we're judged. Like, and killed. Like, and shut up and humiliated and I don't know. I just feel like sometimes it's a lose or win. There's never a win to the situation. Sometimes that's just what it feels like. And I'm not trying to say that from no like negative place or no victim place. I just know that's all by design. Like I know it's all by design. Like whether you want to agree with me or not, like some stuff is just set in motion to happen and to be and to exist, and that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. Like I just know that if white people aren't coming for me, then there's a chance that like people with my own skin color or tones, like my own hues, will be the ones trying to put me in my place. Try to make sure that I remember that I don't have no history, that I come from slaves. Crazy. Crazy. Using their own identities, their own languages, their own colonization to make it right or to be the reason why. Like, what? People would rather believe the propaganda we know about each other than having to face the truth of their own history, the truth of their own present life, because it's not even your history if you projecting it still into this world. I don't know. I feel like having privilege in a land where there really is no privilege, because it's a land that glorifies the dehumanization of people, and not just the people born of that land, are guilty. I feel like everyone who goes to America and feeds into it is just as guilty. I feel like all the people who buy into like believing all the negativity and all the stereotypes about the identities of black people, you're just as guilty. I'm just like, y'all hate it, but y'all love to consume it. And then in the same breath, want to choose to be ignorant, want to act like you don't know what you're doing. I don't know. I didn't mean for this video to be this long, me ranting. But obviously, this kind of made me feel some type of way. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? I'm probably going to have to make like 15 more videos about this same topic just to even really express myself. Because it's always an interesting concept. It's like I've had so many brown people, so many black people, so many African people throw that in my face. Like, you don't know who you are. You don't know your history. But then when I sit there and I tell somebody, this is who I am. This is the people I come from. This is the bloodline that I am connected to. You're lying. That's not true. That's impossible. You come from slaves. Woo! See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow.